Hey guys, in today's video, I want to go over my top 5 favorite ETFs for passive income in 2023. Keep in mind, this is going to be a video on my opinion. You guys are welcome to share what your guys' favorite are in the comments. But starting off at number 5, it is Global Dividend Growth Split Corp. This is GDV on the Toronto Stock Exchange. This is from Brompton Fund, and basically GDV invests into global dividend growing companies, and this is a split corporation. So current management fee is 0.85, which is fairly high, but it is great for what we are getting. It's got total assets of 239 million. And yeah, so why invest? This is actively managed portfolio of large cap global dividend growth companies. So this is great because you get global exposure, and this is a split fund. So it is slightly more risky because of that split fund nature, but GDV has never missed a dividend payment. So that's why I love GDV. It's got dividends from global growing companies. And yeah, so because of that leverage, we get a great yield as well. This is CAD currency. And yeah, let's go over to the portfolio. So portfolio here, it is primarily the US at about 50%, but it is global. So we get 21% Canada, 7.8% France, 4.5% Switzerland, and many other countries that I don't have exposure to in other ETFs. So it's great to get it from GDV. And yeah, sector allocation, we also see some great sector allocation, information tech making up most of it. We got financials, consumer discretionary, healthcare, industrials, and many more. Basically, we get the great global geographic allocation and also by sector. And so yeah, we'll see the top 25 holdings here. This is great stuff. And yeah, let me find the performance. I'll go over distributions. Oh yeah, this has been about 10 cents paying every single month. It's never missed a beat, guys. So that's why GDV is my current favorite. And yeah, so for number four is Real Estate Split Corp. So this is another split corp, and the ticker is rs.to on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So if you guys didn't know, Real Estate Split Corp, this is a great way to get real estate exposure. And split by split corp, it is more risky, just like GDV, but RS has also never missed a dividend payment. So out of all the split corps, GDV and RS, these are the two ETFs that I like that are split corps. They're ones that I feel comfortable holding, and overall, they're both great holdings. RS right now is sitting at a little over 10%, and GDV is about 11% right now in dividend yield. And yeah, so management fee is 0.85 as well. It is actively managed, so that's why we see a slightly higher management fee. And yeah, these fund managers, Dean Arico, Robert Moffat, both are great managers. And yeah, overall, they've designed a beautiful ETF. I love buying more RS because I don't have any real estate. And so this is where I get my real estate exposure from, is from RS. And yeah, we get some great REITs in this one: Dream Industrial REIT, Summit REIT, Granite REIT, H&R, Choice Properties, RioCan. RioCan is a Canadian favorite here. This is a really great one. All right, and making the number 3 spot is HDIF. HDIF is Harvest Diversified Monthly Income ETF, and this is also another beautifully designed ETF, as HDIF is one of the all-in-one ETFs for passive income. So what that means is HDIF is a ETF that holds a bunch of other ETFs. So if you love the diversification from ETFs, you're going to love these all-in-one styles because we get even more ETFs inside of an ETF. Yes, guys, you heard that right. Lots of ETFs in this one. So we got HHL for Harvest Healthcare. So Harvest, they invest into their own ETFs in this one. So this one, you're capturing a bunch of Harvest ETFs. So HHL for Harvest Healthcare, making them 21%. HUBL, Harvest US Banks. We got HLIF for Harvest Canadian Equity Income Leaders ETF. HUTL for Harvest Equal Weight Global Utilities. HTA for Harvest Tech Achievers Growth. And we got HBF for Harvest Brand Leaders. And yeah, overall, this one, I love buying this one because we're getting instant diversification across the board. So we get healthcare, US banks, diversified. This one is HLIF, utilities, tech, and more diversified from brand leaders. This is mainly from the This is mainly all Canadian companies in this one. Or sorry, this one's mainly US, my bad. That brings me on to the next one, which is indeed mainly Canadian. HDIV. HDIV, we are currently sitting at 9.85%. This is my also a lovely ETF here, as we see instant diversification from the all-in-one style. So Hamilton Enhanced Multi-Sector Covered Call ETF. So this is the one that is heavily in the Canadian market from Hamilton. So you're getting instant diversification across the S&P/TSX 60. So S&P/TSX 60 is like the S&P 500, but this is for us Canadian on the Canadian side, and it's just made up of 60 companies instead of 500. And yeah, so the nature of this one, you get that all-in-one style ETF, and this is set to replicate the Canadian market. So as we see here, it's been very close. And so the red is HDIV, and then the gray here is S&P/TSX 60. So it's been very close here, and you actually get some outperformance from HDIV, which is lovely. 9.85%, that's amazing. And yeah, so on the Canadian side, we're mainly heavily focused on financials here. So financials making up 32.5%. That's great. Utilities 13.2%. Healthcare, tech, gold, and energy. So yeah, this is great stuff. And here's we see the holdings. So NXF is CI Energy Covered Calls ETF. Next is HFIN making up some financials ETF. GLCC Horizons Gold Producer Equity Covered Call ETF. ZWU is BMO Covered Call ETF. HHL for More Harvest Healthcare, HTA, HMAX, ZWB. HMAX is actually a relatively brand new addition here. So Hamilton Canadian Financials Yield Maximizer ETF. So this was a great addition because we get some HMAX. So HMAX is a bit more aggressive on the financials, and then HFIN is not. So it's a nice balance that they have of HMAX and HFIN. HMAX is a lot more aggressive than HFIN, and so they have a lot higher yield, but HFIN, you'll get more of that growth. And then HMAX, they use a little bit more. They do covered calls, and yeah, it's great. They do covered calls at the money, which is why it's a bit more risky, but you also get more yield. But financials, in my opinion, great sector to be holding regardless. And yeah, this one gets a risk rating of medium, management fee 0.65. It's a little bit lower. And yeah, so that makes my second one is Hamilton Enhanced Multi-Sector Covered Call ETF. Moving on to my favorite, a lot of you guys maybe would have guessed this one, is HYLD. So H-yield, as we like to call it, is at 13.74%. Reason why this is my favorite is because it invests into the US market. So this is a powerful ETF, guys. So it is that all-in-one style investing ETF, so deliver you more US income every month. So I love to hold this because it's set to replicate the S&P 500. But we also get more great holdings within this one. So as you see here, 13.74%. That's amazing, especially for the holdings you get in H-yield. So the red here is H-yield, and the gray is the S&P 500. So it is slightly underperforming right now, but as you see, there's been times where the H-yield has outperformed, and also in sideways markets, this is where the covered call style investing tends to outperform. And then yeah, we get to collect a juicy dividend along the way, which is beautiful. So making up the most, technology, then healthcare, consumer discretionary, financials, overall great holdings. So this one I made a video on. We get some great holdings. We get the great trifecta here, which is QYLD, RYLD, and XYLD. So these are all Global X, from Global X. So these are huge funds from the US. So we get the NASDAQ 100 covered call ETF, at the Global Russell 2000. XYLD is the S&P 500, and then we also get JP Morgan's, NASDAQ, and then Equity Premium Income ETF. So JP Morgan is also a massive, these are also huge ETFs from the US. We get exposure to this from investing in Canadian ETFs such as H Yield. And then also we get some gold, which I love a little bit of gold here. I think it's a great play to here. We get a little bit defensive. HHL for more healthcare. Healthcare is always a defensive sector as well. I love it. NXF for some CI Energy Giants covered call ETF. So yeah, this one's a great buy in my opinion. And yeah, we see 0.65% management fee, risk rating medium. This one is fairly fast growing at 404 million assets under management. So yeah, these are my top 5 ETFs for passive income in Canada. These are great holdings and they all use covered calls or split share strategies. And yeah, with that guys, make sure to like and subscribe for more investing related content. And make sure to leave a comment on anything else you would like to see. I love to read all my comments. And yeah, with that guys, you guys have a beautiful day and stay investing.